Hello, Jonathan Rayo here with Simplified Guitar, and in this lesson, I'm going to be teaching you how to play the song Walk On by Church Friends. This song was requested by Patron Judy. Thank you, Judy, for your song request. Now, what I'm going to do first is play all the way through the song, and then at the end, I'll break it down and explain it in more detail. So for now, let's go ahead and play through the song.
If I feel the darkness closing in, cold shivers rolling over my skin, and even as the wolves are circling, my God is with me to the end. And I'll walk home in the valley low, I'll walk home in the shadow. Send me, Lord, I'm ready to go. And I'll walk home when I cannot see, I'll walk home where you're leading me. Send me, Lord, I'm ready to go. The kingdom of heaven is at hand. This word is the sword I'm carrying. It has the power to save and condemn. I'll walk on until He comes again. And I'll in the valley low, I'll walk home in the shadow. Send me, Lord, I'm ready to go. And I'll walk home when I cannot see, I'll walk home where you're leading me. Send me, Lord, I'm ready to go. In the fire, in the suffering, I will fear no evil. I will walk on in the fire, in the suffering, I will fear no evil. I will walk on. Send me, Lord, send me, Lord, send me, Lord, I will walk on. Send me, Lord, send me, Lord, send me, Lord, I will walk on.
All right, before I break this song down, if you would like to check out the chord chart for this song, you can click right up there to head over to my Patreon page. So for this song, I am using the, it's in the key of E minor, but mainly this is going to be some chords, a mix from the C chord family and the G chord family. So starting off with that E minor chord, which looks like this, and I'm using my second and third finger, and this is going to make transitions for this song easier if we do this. So I'm playing it with my second and third finger, strumming all 6 strings for this E minor chord. And then from there, we're going to go to a G. And for this G, in fact, my second finger is going to stay where it is, and my third finger is going to go up to the 3rd fret of the low E string, and then my pinky goes down. So you can see that it's easy to make that transition from E minor to G if we play our E minor like this. So a lot of times we're picking the way we play chords by the other chords around it. So all the chords are informing the decisions we're making on how we're playing these chords to make the transitions easier. So second and third finger for that E minor makes the transition to the G a lot easier, okay? The G, also we play all 6 strings. And then from there, we're going to go to an A2. For the A2, we're just using our second and third finger, just like the E minor, but it's going to be a string down each on that second fret. And for the A minor, you want to make sure you don't strum the low E string. So you start your strumming on the A string down for that A2 chord. And let's see. I think that's it. E minor, G, and A2. Yeah, that looks like it's it for this one. Yep. Okay, so those are all the chords we're going to be using. Very, very simple, really. Something I want to mention, though, for that G chord, when you're switching to the G, the first thing you want to do is get that G note, that root note. You want to get that down first. And you can always, when you play that G, you can just start the strumming on the top, like the first couple of strums is up here in the low register, okay? And that'll give you an extra couple beats to get your pinky down on that high E string, okay? So you don't have to strum all 6 strings at the beginning. Gives you a little bit of extra time to get down there, okay? And I go to here, and then I get my pinky down, okay? So 1, 2. By beat 3, you want to have that pinky down because you want to hit all that. Beat 3 is a harder strum right there. We have our dynamic is on that third beat, so you want to have that pinky down by that point. But it gives you a few extra beats there to get that pinky down, and that's a little trick you can do for that G chord. All right, for the strum pattern, we are going to be playing what's called the pop pattern, and for this pattern, it's going to be 8 beats long, and we're going to have down strums on every beat, okay? So for all 8 beats, we're going to be strumming down, but what's very important is the dynamics or the emphasis, where we're putting emphasis, and that's going to be on 1, 3, 5, and 7. So every other beat, we're going to be strumming harder, okay? So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, okay? So you can hear that emphasis on 1, 3, 5, 7, okay? But we are going to be adding some up strums in there. And those up strums are going to come after beat 4, 5. After beat 4 and 5, we're going to have some up strums. And then after beat 8, at the very end, before we repeat, we're going to throw in another up strum. Okay, so that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so you can hear those down strums again. Down, 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 up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, 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 up. Okay, so that's the pattern. Now it's not a hard set rule. All these when these up strums come in there. In fact, you can play up strums for the entire song, and I mean, you can throw in up strums in between every beat if you want to. And you might notice that when I play the song, when you listen to the play along, that sometimes I am doing more up strums, especially in the second half of the measure. I'll throw in sometimes more up strums, okay? So it's not really a hard set rule as to how many of those you do. What is really important is the emphasis on 1, 3, 5, and 7, and that's going to really set the rhythm of this song, okay? So what you really want to make sure you stick to is your down strums on every beat and emphasis on 1, 3, 5, 7. Okay, if you can do that, you can even play it like this with no up strums if you want to, okay? But this is what's going to keep that rhythm for this song going, okay? And then you can throw in up strums wherever you want to, and the song will work, okay? But again, I have that template there for you, so if you want the structure, you can follow the structure as written on the chord chart, and that will work the best, but you can feel free to improvise, throw in up strums, take out up strums as you would like to make the song your own, okay? Oh, yes, I do want to mention as well for the bridge, we have that kind of walk thing, this part, okay? I kind of want to talk about that because we're kind of breaking the strum pattern at that point in the song, okay? And we're focused on following the melody, and sometimes this will happen, not very often, because with rhythm guitar, we usually don't worry about the melody at all. But right here, what we're doing is we're breaking the rhythm, and we're switching to the melody, which is I will walk on, okay? So for just that moment, we're following the melody. with our root notes. So we're playing an open A string. We're on the A note. We're on the A2. But then we're going to single pluck just the A string, okay? And then we're going to go to that G note, like as in we're playing the G chord, but all we really need is that G note with our third finger on the third fret of the low E string. And then we're going to go to an open E string, and then an open E string again, but this time we're going to give it a full strum for that E minor, okay? So we have A, G, E, E minor. All right, again. So that's 4 strums there, or 4 plucks. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? And we're following what we're doing with our voice. I will walk on. Okay? And then we go back to the strum pattern again. Okay, so we're breaking just for that moment. And then we go back. One, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so you got to pick back up that rhythm, the strum pattern after you're done that little melody part. You gotta find your place again. And so sometimes it's good if you practice this part in isolation, this progression in isolation for the whole bridge. So you got the E minor chord, okay, and to the G chord, and then to the A2, and then that little melody part. And then you keep it going, and you do that progression again. And what you can do is set a metronome or tap your foot and try to stay consistent and stay on beat and on time and keep your rhythm consistent, okay? So that you're coming back in with that strum pattern at the right time, so you're not losing your place, okay? So like if you got a band playing with you or something, everybody doesn't get lost. You got to keep it in time. And what you can do as well is play along with me during the play along video and practice that part on repeat, rewind and play it again, rewind and play it again, and get used to how that feels, breaking that rhythm to get to the melody and then coming back in with the rhythm again at the right time, okay? That's going to probably be the most complicated part of this song for sure. All right. If you do have any questions, feel free to let me know. You can post your questions in the comment section of this post on my Patreon page. Again, that's up there. I do answer all of my patrons' questions. And yeah, until next song tutorial, take care.